Hello, good morning everyone. Today is 2024 July 31st, which is the last day of the July. Let's starting with today morning market live. Today will be cover about 7 stocks. The one stock has been picking by the 3 research houses and 2 stock picking by 2 research houses. So that's why we do have a less stock picks by the research house today to talk about. So anyhow, I'll cover some of the technology stocks in in these videos about the AI, because overnight the AI stocks, the giant stock, has been continuously going lower and lower again, which I already remind on last week on 25th. You can check back on my morning market live. I did mention time to flee as the titles. So let's starting with the disclaimer. All the stock mentioned in this video serving as learning purposes, is not buying selling call for the viewer subscriber. Let's starting with the overnight US markets. Okay, overnight US market, S&P dropped by 0.5%, while the Dow Jones up by 0.5%. Nasdaq is dropped more fierce, which is 1.28%, 222 points right over there. So pretty much in the technology stocks, which I mentioned and alertings for the 1 to 2 weeks ago. So we check on the right side, the news S&P futures is little chance as the Wall Street await for the Fed decisions for tonight. Okay, so the Nasdaq closed lower Tuesday as investor dumped the tax before big earnings reports. And Nasdaq, S&P Nasdaq stumbles on conscious ahead tax earnings, more or less the same. Yep. So regarding the Federal Reserve decisions, it will be released by tonight. Yes, tonight. So I don't think they will lower down their Federal Reserve interest rate. If they did, that potentially something is wrong with the economics in the US. So the chances they are lowering down the interest rate in the US is pretty much thin, and there's not much of the reasons they has to lower down it, except one thing. I mean, the elections is coming in the US market end of this year again. Donald Trump potentially leading it, high chance. I mean high chance, but it's not a must. So we check on the top left side, Nikkei 225 is now at the 38,000 level, which is dropping by 400 over points, 1.16%. So overnight, Hang Seng is dropping more than 1%, it's around 1.4%, it's not mistaken. And Shanghai is dropped 0.4%. So we check on the news on the investing.com. US stocks future mix before Federal Reserve. Microsoft drop on disappointing earnings. Okay, so we go for the stocks, US stocks markets first. So this one is the Nasdaq. US stock is now was dropping 1.2%. So it's now the 20-day, 50-day moving average is now sloping downside, which I have been warning. The selling pressure is coming in the Nasdaq's more and more. And then next lower, after it broken for the immediate support at the 17,500 level, the next support will be somewhere around 16,500 level. So which is around another 650 points away, and it is still now trading above the uptrend line, medium term uptrend line. So the uptrend line will be somewhere around to 16,800 level, somewhere around there. So technically over the medium term is over the short term is on bearish mood, and the trend changing for the short term is pretty much bearish at current stage. Medium term is still on the uptrend. Anyhow, we need to monitoring for the AI technology stocks in the US as well. So we go for the S&P. So S&P is now at the uptrend line. So 20-day moving average is now sloping downside, 50 days moving sideways. So now is well support, I would say, should I say well support at the medium term uptrend line. It's now trading at the uptrend line so far. Whether will it survive or not, we are not sure. It's now at the critical support for short terms, which is around what the line is around there, slightly below the support level 5,450. The support is right over there, and it's already broken at 5436 level. So projecting after broken this support level, the next lower range will be somewhere around 5320 level. Anyhow, it's now trading at the uptrend line, so we'll see whether the uptrend line managed to cushions the overall markets in the S&P or not. So we check on the Dow Jones. So the speak for the Nasdaq, S&P is dropping, the Dow Jones is climbing higher, so it managed to gain back above the uptrend channels right over here. So we will see if it can manage to penetrating to higher range or not. So it failed, we may see another lower high at current stage, but at current point of time, it's still on the uptrend for the Dow Jones because it's constituted by 30 stocks only. Okay, so overall it's still uptrending for the Dow Jones. Yep. So we may check on some technology stocks and media. Okay, overnight is dropping 7% after I've been saying that multiple times. Potentially the selling pressure is pretty much high. It's now trading at the uptrend line, medium uptrend line, the orange color here. So after it broken for the support level will be somewhere around 118 level. I did mention the projecting target will be somewhere around 100 level, $90 to $100, somewhere around there. So the range is around there. So it's only $3 and $7 away. So pretty much near for the targets, projecting target. So we will see if there is any buying support right over there. At current stage, there is no obvious rebounding buying support. This week, there was a huge selling pressure overnight. Overnight it's dropped by 7%, right? So the volume was 486 million shares traded. You can see the bar, the red bar at the bottoms. That's the selling pressure has been continuously coming in again and again. So the selling pressure is pretty much strong. I don't see any buying support at current range. So anyhow, we're still monitoring for the next few days and maybe next week, see is there any potentially reversals or buying support. Then you can chip in. Will there be any what they call reversal to uptrending? It's too early to tell. Over the short terms, it's still on a bearish mode. Okay, so we check on the AMD. So AMD is moving sideways, dropped by nearly 1%. It's already broken for the major supporting would be somewhere around 141. It's now trading at 138. So definitely this one is on a bearish mode. It's now trading below the 200-day moving average, and the volume overnight is so huge again. So there was a doji right there. So we check on the TSM semiconductors, big brothers right there, and overnight is dropping 3% with 22 million shares traded, relatively higher volumes right there. So meaning that the past 4 trading days, there was what they call the bottle between the buyer and seller. I did mention in my morning market live. You can check back on the 4 days ago. Last week, so you can check back, and this one is already proven that the market is still on a bearish mode, similar to the Nvidias. You can check on the trending charting, pretty much similar to the Nvidias. Also, there's been you need to check on these 2 giant stocks, AI stocks. So the projecting target has been given for the last weeks, maybe last week or 1-2 weeks. Is already broken for the support somewhere around 167. projecting target will be somewhere around 150. So overnight closing is 154, which is $4 away. So we'll see is there any buying support out there, but so far there's no always support yet. So we'll still need the monitoring for the next few days or next week's price action. So we check on the next stocks, Micron Technologies. So it's on a bearish mode again. It's dropping 4.9%. It's now broken for the 200-day moving average. So 200-day moving average is now sloping flat, and 50-day and 20-day is now sloping downside for the moving average. Is now on a very bearish mode. Okay, it's now broken for the support level as well. You can check on this previous support somewhere else. It's continuously penetrating lower. So bearish mode is on at current stage, similar to the others. So what else we can check on super microcomputers? Yep, 2 weeks ago I already mentioned it's already broken the uptrend line. The relatively, because the big brother Nvidia, TSM all is already downtrending. So if you did manage to selling off taking profit right there, I believe you're already in profit strong. So the projecting target I have already drawn it at 640. So overnight closing is 666, which is another $26 away. Anyhow, at current stage, because the previous low is somewhere around back into 22nd April, lowest level will be somewhere around 671. Overnight is already broken the 671, meaning that we have another lower low after the major supporting below $700. This one is pretty much bearish for these stocks at current stage. Yep. So I hope you did away on the technology stock, AI stock, all those things I've been mentioning about trying to stay away on. So anyhow, we come back to the Malaysia market. So overnight Malaysia market is dropping 12 points. Wow, pretty much bearish, right? So bearish is closing at 1611. So we can see that there are more red candles, open high close low, open high close low, or open flat close low, something like that. So meaning that the sentiment is brewing for the negative sentiments. So we need to monitoring this major trading box. If it broken the major trading box somewhere around 1595, which is how many point away? So let me check. Which is 16 point away, which is 1% away. If broke this level, I think the major KLCI might be potentially resting for a longer durations after this. Okay, so you need to mind about the 1595 level. Okay. So we go for the stock pick by the research house, which is by MBank firstly. Westland, this one is a uptrending stock for the one to 2 months time. I would say if you be more optimistic, you'll be starting back in March. Is spiking up, then resting for 1.5 2 months, then spiking again, resting, spiking. So this one is pretty much, I would say, healthy. So overnight there was a price action volume 16.6 million share traded, and the price closing at 49 cents. Stop loss level given by them would be 45. Target is 55 followed by 60. So let me check 5560. I believe this one have two research house picking it as well. So 55 and 60, which is the yellow line over there, and the stop loss is 45 cent red color line. So the blue color will be the target given by another research house, which is by CGS. Yes, 515, 525 and 55 as 3 targets given. If you want to entering for this one, I was suggesting you queue lower. You may queue lower, maybe around 4x, 1 cent lower, be comparing to yesterday closing. So you have a better risk control over there. Stop loss you can stick to 45 cents, yes, which is 3 cents away, and the target you can choose. You do have 1, 2, 3, 4 target events by the 2 research house. Yep. So we go for the next topic would be DPS. DPS resources. So this one is pretty much like a U shape, right? So the volume is pretty much healthy on the U-shape trendings, and it's now potentially breaking up for the resistance. Overnight closing is 64 cents with 1.3 million share traded. Stop loss level given by them would be 58 cents, which is around 6 cents, pretty much acceptable, which is around 10%. While the target given would be 66 and 7.5 level. Okay. So they are pretty much optimistic to break higher for the resistance, so trending higher over there. So if you want to trade for this one, you may stick to their trading plan. Another research house would be by Maybank Investment Bank Aeon. Aeon is picking by 2 to 3 research houses, while they are pretty much I would say if those 3 research houses picking the same stock, it could potentially means that there is potential in these stocks. Yep. So overnight there's a price action right over there, pretty much healthy, closing at 143 with 10 million share traded. So Maybank Investment Bank decalling a buy within a range 135-142, and the target stop loss level given by them will be 133. So the target, let me check, the target will be the blue color line 158 and 169. So another research house target would be stop loss same as 133, target would be 150 and 158. So I'll skip for the next research house for the similar stocks. So I will share the chartings in the WhatsApp and Telegram channels. You can find it right over there. You can find the link at the bottom as well. And the next stock would be Dialog. Dialog is also picking by 2 research house, 2 to 3 research house. You can check on it. So overnight there's a price action pretty much similar to what they call Aeon. Yep. So overnight closing is 252. Their buying range will be somewhere around 244 and 252. So meaning that you need to wait for the pullbacks, or you're buying at 252. Stop loss level given by them would be 242. Oh, 242, yes, correct. And the target given would be 264 and 284. So the blue line right over there, and the target given by another research house would be 270 and 290, pretty much optimistic by them. And the stop loss level given by another research house would be 233. So I would say this one is pretty much nice pick, same to the Aeon as well. I will pretty much what they call confidence to their stock pick as well, which is fit to my trading patterns. You need to find something that fit to your trading pattern. So the next stock picks will be Ecoworld. Okay, Ecoworld, you can see the trending is pretty much healthy starting early this year, 2024, and there was a continuously trending higher for the uptrending. Overnight closing is 179 with 18 million share traded, and stop loss level given by them would be 172, while the target would be 194 and 208, the blue line right over there. Okay, the next research house would be by RHB. So it's already pretty much similar to the what they call Maybank Investment Bank picking Aeon and Dialog. So I'll skip for this one, which I already mentioned on it. So the next research house would be by UOB, Betamax. So this one is let me refresh the chartings. Sideways trending stocks. I believe they are calling for this one with expectations to because the share price is now standing at 200-day moving average. they are pretty much confidence to trending higher, meaning that trend changings could happen based on their stock picking by UOB. So overnight closing is 42 cents. So stop loss level given by them will be 3.7 This one is too pretty much like too large, more than 10% already. If you want to buy in for this one, I would suggesting you wait for the pullback. You wait for the pullback, or you adjust your stop loss higher. Okay, and the target given by them will be 51 cent and 5.4. So I need to adjust for this one, 51 cent and 5.4. Okay, so the next stock picked by them will be Dialog, which I already mentioned earlier. The last stock today will be DXN. DXN is the newly listed stock. You can see this one is since listings is already trading sideways for these stocks. So there was a price action happened on yesterday. Seems to be positive for the price action. Overnight closing is 655 with a 5 million share traded, and the stop loss level given by them would be 62 cent acceptable, and the target given would be 6.9 and 7.1. Pretty much standard for the support and resistance, so you can trade according to the plan if this one fit to your trading pattern. So if you're interested to open account, you can find the link at the bottom to guide you through how to open account with Maybank Investment Bank. And I believe tomorrow will be starting in August. It could potentially I will changing the what they call the language for the morning briefing into Mandarin version tomorrow. So tomorrow or next 2 days, see how it goes. So potentially I will verbal in Mandarin, so which I already done it last year as well. So we'll see how the response for the viewer or subscriber. I believe that's all for today. Thank you very much and goodbye.